Our next guest, Elle Duncan, has a front row seat to what is arguably the most exciting time in history for women's basketball. She's co-host on ESPN's College Game Day and hosts the WNBA's countdown coverage throughout the season. She's also a podcaster, children's book author, and my friend. Check her out on WNBA Draft Day, talking to the #1 pick, Paige Beckers. Take a look.
I'm watching the woman of the hour, the woman that's literally looking at me right now, Paige Beckers. I mean, I could go on and on as for why, but we all know the journey, and we all know she's pretty much a lock to go #1. And with that, we take a quick look. Paige Beckers joining us. Hello.
Hello.
We just saw you on the orange carpet, and you were wearing something different. So we did an outfit change, sis?
A little bit of outfit
Okay.
change. Had to switch it up.
We like that.
Please welcome Elle Duncan to the show! Welcome.
Thank you, sis.
There are so many. First of all, you look stunning.
Thank you. I see that we both got the flower memo.
I'm telling you, this is so true. I will watch the game. I will watch you commentate. I will then write down everyone's fashion from the court to what you all are wearing. I love the layers of what you're bringing to the booth and what the players are bringing, in that you are there for the job, but y'all look so good doing the job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I feel like for a long time, women felt like they needed to legitimize themselves by being like, it's not about fashion, it's not, right, like these tropes that we sort of always associated with women. But I think leaning into and embracing fashion does not take away from the fact that they are some dogs on the court, and we have all seen it.
I am so happy, because I'm happy you said that, because even I tell this story when I first got into journalism. It was like 900 degrees out in Texas, and this news director who's no longer in the business, and he shouldn't have been anyway then, but he said to me, no, and I say this because he said to me, you won't be taken seriously if you don't wear your jacket. And I said, it's 100 degrees and I'm covering the heat in Texas.
Yes.
And after that, I said, I will not let people define me by what I wear.
It's absurd.
And because my seriousness comes from what I do for a living.
Right.
And that's what you all convey on the show. And that's what the players, I watch when they do their walks to the court, and it's like a fashion runway, and then they transform on the court.
It's so amazing too, because I have the pleasure, obviously, of working with a lot of like former athletes before the days of NIL and all of those things. And they're like, girl, the glow up is so real. Like, we were wearing like fast fashion, like Express, and now these girls show up in like Prada, Gucci, Chanel. But again, I think it's a form of self-expression, and I love that they're embracing that so much at their age.
How do you describe this moment now? Because I think people have struggled to try to figure out, try to put it in a sentence, and I don't think it can be defined by one thing, but I get goosebumps when I see them.
It's a movement.
It's a movement.
It's a movement. It's not a moment. For so long, we have been sort of trying to build foundationally what this would look like years from now. And that's why there's like so much respect that needs to be paid to the women that have been in this space for so long. The women that before they were flying private jets and private charters were like literally, before they had hotels, would sleep on the gym floors, would take buses, cramped, gross buses, 15 hours to games. Like, those women paved all of this to allow this moment, but it has been something that has been intentional. These things don't just happen by accident, right? This happens because of platforming, this happens because of representation, and this happens because of the weight, like companies like ESPN, who invested a long time ago and are now seeing the fruits of their labor.
You can please speak at anything that I ever go through. We actually have a clip of you talking about women in today's sports on the Makers Women podcast. Take a look.
The beauty of women and women in sports. And that is that we can be the ultimate competitors, and we want to win, and we are tough as nails, and we are crafty. We make up every type of athlete that you can think of. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we'll also run over and help you if your wig falls off while you're in the middle of a game, and we want to save you from embarrassment. We look out for each other in a way that is so unique to anything involving a predominantly sort of female space. We are the most inclusive space that exists.
Yes, that's a fact. And so I'm always so impressed by your hard work because last year you released your children's book, For You, I Will.
Yes.
So you're working and then you're writing. I know your daughter, who's now 6 years old, inspired this
She
for
did.
you.
Yeah.
What made you take it from an inspiration in your head? I mean, how cute is she?
Isn't she cute?
And I think that was International Women's Day. What made you take it from an idea to actually a book?
Yeah, it was actually really cool because ESPN approached me, years back, and they were like, "We want to do a special where we're essentially writing love letters to Black women." And we thought maybe you would want to write a letter to your daughter, who at the time was 2. So even though she's smart, couldn't read yet. And I took that opportunity to write this book or write this letter, and ultimately they wanted to turn it into a children's book, something that I could sort of meet her at her level, illustrate it, and then have this sort of testimony of what I will try to do as a mother, as a Black mother, to inform her path, but stay out of the way and help her sort of navigate the complexities of being a Black woman in this world.
Yes. And I introduce you as my friend because you are my friend and you allowed me the space to tell a lot more of my story and my love letter to Black women, and what I wanted Black women to learn from my journey, things that I never shared with anybody until you interviewed me.
That's right. The companion book to that children's book is a book that will be released later in the year called Love Letters to Black Women. It's very on the nose. But this was an opportunity to talk with notable people, luminaries like Tamron Hall, about a Black woman in their life that inspired. And some people chose to talk about their TTs and their grandmas and their moms. And you chose to talk about a woman professionally that really inspired you. And I thought it was great for you to talk about like the moment that you realized that you could be this woman when your father told you like how hard it would be for you to become who you are, and just to sort of see representation come to life. It was just such an honor to be able to have that moment with you and then try to make your words come to life. So thank you.
Oh my God, you did a great job. You did a great job.
Wait till you see her letter. Wait till you see her letter. It's amazing. It's really good.
No, it was an honor. You gave me a chance the woman you're referring to is Elle Johnson.
Yes.
She was the first Black woman to anchor the news in the state of Texas. I was getting C's and D's, and my dad looked at me and he said, if you get your grades up, that can be you too.
Yeah.
And I got my grades up, and because of her and my parents, I'm where I am now, and I'm happy that you're sharing these stories, and I'm happy to see you shine.
Thank you so much.
I love you so much.
Thank you.
Elle will be on ESPN's WNBA Countdown May 17th. The first game tips off 1 p.m. when the New York Liberty take on the Las Vegas Aces, and you can catch it all ABC, ESPN, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus. I'm out of breath. There's so many channels here. And For You, I Will is available wherever. Right now, you buy your books, you go and grab it. Up next, Alan Payne and Victoria Rao. One of my favorite films, Jason's Lyric, is now a stage play musical, and they're talking about it after the break.